Yes, we are.
I'm ready.
Wait, Tony, have you
Everyone
done
ready?
map glitch?
Yeah, I was gonna say, but before we start, there's a little glitch. But before we start every Luigi's Mansion speedrun and also bingo that I need to demonstrate. So for good to go, I'll demonstrate that.
All right, then do that.
Okay.
Joining map glitch.
So yeah, this is called mini map glitch, and basically, every time Luigi picks up a key, it'll show a little map or a little map that'll pop up, and it basically shows you where the key takes you. And you have to mash out of it, which takes about half a second each key. But about a year and a half ago, this was accidentally discovered by a runner, Michael T00. Shout out to him. And a strat was found to get this consistently by Snap shortly after that. And basically what it does is, I'm going to go into training room, and I'm going to go to a certain text box here. This one right here. And then I'm going to soft reset the game and mash A and Y to open up the Game Boy Horror immediately as the text ends. And this kind of causes the game to freak out and makes it so the mini map is now disabled. So I'm going to do that right now.
And also
like so.
the soft reset buttons are start,
So
B,
now,
and X.
every time I pick up a key, there will be no mini map that pops up, and therefore we save like 10 seconds for free. So with that being done, as long as all the other three runners have done their mini map glitch, which I think they have, then I think we're ready to go.
Yep, I'm ready.
Wait, Michael found that? I thought.
Yeah, Michael found it by accident.
And then you said Snap made it consistent? That's really weird.
And
I thought somebody else
found yeah.
Michael found it. Snap and Michael, I think, or was it
slapped
Scotty?
it.
Helped find
Or
it.
I swear I thought Scotty did it.
Yeah, I think Scotty helped make it consistent.
All right. Everyone ready?
Yes.
Yeah, ready as overrated.
Yes. All right, then I'm giving you the countdown. You can start in 5, 4, 3.
Hold on. You're getting audio. So Trix he just said I'm getting audio delay from my Discord, which because it's muted.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm getting double audio on my stream. Okay, that's really weird. Sorry. I don't know why I'm getting double audio.
Hello. Okay, cool.
You'll fix it. Sorry. We're good.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
All right, then I would say you can start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, Connors. Wow, cheaters.
All right.
Not even doing the rules correctly.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to blow out the candles to start an opening cutscene. And just to introduce, I'm HT Delta.
I'm Shape.
And running with
I'm
me, if you guys
Electric Miles.
I'm Audio Lando.
Ooh.
All right. I know I said not to complain about the card, but we have catch-all optional Portagos in the middle. That's a good start.
TLDR.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
That's a terrible start.
All of it.
So a
Dude,
big thing about
this
this game is that it's very linear. So anything that requires you to go late into Area 4 is not a good thing to get.
Very slow.
Yeah.
So we're gonna all be doing scare skips, which is pulling out the Game Boy Horror and avoiding scares, which saves about a second each time in this first room. Japanese is also the fastest version of the game. It's to 45 seconds due to a few glitches and a few faster text boxes, especially for Clairvoyant, who you'll see in a little bit.
So something I want to point out is there are 2 different animations that ghosts can have when you're sucking them up, and one's called a twirl and then just not twirls. Twirls are faster, and there's a way to manipulate them, and it can speed up your area 1 by a significant amount.
Dude, the best one. The boys are on this card.
There's no money
So
on the
these
card,
two
so
gold ghosts that I'm going for right now, we don't get them at the same time because one of them is on a timer to set off the next set of ghosts, and one of them isn't. So therefore, we get the one on the timer first, so it makes the next wave come quicker.
Miles, do you have the SRL chat open?
I do not. Well, I have it on my laptop.
Just to your
I
audio, you
have
said
to,
to
like-
leave the Discord card.
Says what?
Leave a Discord call.
Oh, okay. How do I do that? Wait, what?
Yeah, this card looks a little obnoxious. I'm not gonna lie.
Though, is that John, dude? JC, Tony.
Oh, Jacreens? Is he in chat right now?
He's
I
in the
don't have
SRL chat.
open right now. Shout out to him.
Is that John? Which one's that one? Each one will probably deviate from a norm. Yo, what's up, Miles? And
Okay.
Oh,
third, I'm
that
already
was bad.
catching far behind this stream.
Okay, so as a reminder for any newcomers, the Bingothon is a charity marathon stream that benefits Doctors Without Borders, which is an association that provides emergency medical assistance to populations in danger in more than 70 countries all around the world. So even a simple donation or even just sharing this stream is a great form of support. So thank you guys.
Out of that part of the card. In the master bedroom, turning off the flashlight kind of saves a little bit of lag. And
Yeah,
walking up
Lydia's
here,
room lags really, really badly, so it's a good idea to reduce lag as much as possible.
Exactly. And we're also playing on Hidden Mansion. On the JP version and US JP and PAL, Hidden Mansion is the vacuum is 1.5 times faster on Hidden Mansion, but on PAL it's mirrored and double damage. US is double damaged, and on English or on JP it's just the faster vacuum. So we play on JP because we don't take the double damage here. A lot of runners who play this game do start on US and then we'll gradually go to JP.
Also, I just want to point out, I just got a big heart there. There are 4 big hearts in the game, and for a specific goal on this card, we need to get all 4 of those hearts, and that's the reason I just went out of my way a little bit to get that heart.
Okay, I see what you're doing. Are they able to hear us on other ends or just Tony's?
Are we doing what, sorry?
Are they able to hear us talk too? I'm not sure.
Oh, should be able to hear all of us.
I'm asking the actual guys to think of them. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Sorry for my dog's barking, nothing I can really do about it.
Rackergy.
Is that the Modest Tomato? I'm seeing shit. Hi, Modest.
So
Hello, Modest.
for the first area boss Chauncey, we're gonna purposely let him go at above 50 health because he is impossible to one cycle.
Nah,
And
he can one
if
cycle.
we put him below 50 health, then he does a slower second cycle. It takes a little longer.
I'm bad. Sorry, I'm gonna make a lot of weird noises because I'm bad. I missed the ball. It's the hardest thing in the game to get. I guess we're all pretty much even right now. Is that Rubber Ducky? Yo, what's up, RDA? This game's hard. Also, you're gonna see us get deliberately hit on one of the cycles to get a ball catch. I missed it. Probably watch somebody else who do that. Yeah, like Tony said, like HD said, or HT, or Delta. He said that
Oh my god. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
I thought that was muted. What the hell?
Something I want to point out is to max text in this game, you rapidly alternate between the A and B buttons. It's just the fastest way to progress through text.
I'm sorry about that. Somebody give me bits, and I'm kind of mad about that. Bits. That
You
should
guys
have
want
been.
to just take a second here? Doesn't row 1 look like a lot of fun?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Brawl though? Dude, RDA's playing Brawl.
And also just so people know.
Lando, they're doing
any
Frank Disease and oh my dog.
anytime on the card it says collect all gems, there are 10 of every gem in the game. Actually, no, there's 5 of the silver gems, but all the 3 color gems, the green, blue, red, there are 10, so that would require you getting all 10.
Is the homie.
Isn't as bad as
Mashing through all the text boxes also, because it just skips a lot of it, so saving loses time. No, I missed the boy! Oh, the boy, he's gone. Hallway movement. There's some movement here that you'll see us do. So right here, I'm gonna turn, and you'll see another ghost spawn. It's a pretty easy movement once you get it down, and positioning of Luigi is actually not based on the flashlight. Because I've seen one of the top level runners, Zarkon Eagle, do this a lot. Flashlight, and it's just the positioning of the ghost. It's very interesting actually how you're seeing that happen. Also, coming up to the next room is the ballroom. There are 3 doubles that we'll get for Shy Guys, and there's a chance, 50-50 chance that one of the runners will get a thing called ER, so the floating Orlandos, as we call them, see if somebody gets an early release, which is
I got
saves
early
about 10
release.
seconds. So Lando got it, he saved about 10 seconds. And then coming up in the next...
Would you mind me interrupting you for a short moment?
Yep.
Because I want to remind for an upcoming bid war.
Go ahead.
Alright, so we have a bid war upcoming in about an hour. There is the smash tag for Brawl by Rubber Ducky Assassin is to be chosen. You can either donate for Bingo, for Wah, for Puck, for Long, or for DWB. Right now, except from Wah, everyone has every tag has $0. Wah has $1. So yeah, if you want to see that change, then get your donations in.
Oh, you were just talking about the wah. But yeah, that is currently the leading tag. So there's not much time left until that bid war ends. So right now is the time.
Okay, so I just want to address something. Lab member pointed out in chat, why is collect 5 boos an option? Actually, in LM Bingo, since the game is so linear, we didn't really have a choice but to put goals that are required. So you'll see a lot of those goals, like collect the ice element. Well, that's something you have to do anyways, but it's just basically a freebie goal, and there's a lot of those throughout the card.
But also
yeah.
for those who are adventurous enough to go out of bounds, because that is a glitch that you can do in this game, then those easy tasks are all of a sudden difficult because you're trying to cheat your way through getting to certain points earlier. But none of us will be demonstrating out of bounds today.
There's also a thing called
pretty crazy
poster skip. And I missed it. But basically, when you enter this room, storage room, there's a thing called poster skip. That if you line yourself up perfectly with the wall and hold left, and then tap down on the C stick, and hold forward a little bit, Luigi will kind of scuttle or hold back. The poster has a massive range, and see Luigi kind of scuttle a little bit with his feet. I missed it because my angle is too high or not proper.
Okay, so what I just did there is called text skip. And basically, if you suck up a cloth on a table at the same time that you suck up a boo, then the game gets a bit confused and thinks that the last thing you picked up was the cloth and not the boo, and therefore you don't get text from EGAD where he tells you good job, you found a boo, yada yada, and you don't have to save your game.
Explains like. My audio lagged for a second, so I wasn't able to hear it, and I was looking at the card. So, I entered the wrong mansion, but that's okay because I can save quit out. RNG in this game for each boo, so most runners will know the positionings of the boo, and I got the worst RNG in this room, so I have to go through the text. So you'll see my text. You'll see the text box that HT Delta skipped, and I'll do it here. So you see all this text that he is explaining. Basically, he's explaining how the boo radar works, and that boos will mainly hide in like pieces of furniture. Good RNG. So that's good RNG on my end right there because the boo is in the first position that I wanted it to be in.
Oh, and I should also explain that we use this technique called boo pumping to get boos, and basically what it is it sort of manipulates the boo and keeps it in place. That's basically constantly releasing the vacuum for increments of 10 health, and it basically makes it so like the boo will stand in place and cackle, and once he cackles 15 times, then it automatically leaves the room.
So what I just did there was I accidentally hit the wrong mansion, so I hit normal.
Oh no.
And what I did was I had to save warp out of the room to just not really save them up. Basically, finding the boos in this first area, even if you hit normal, it doesn't really waste that much time. You waste a little bit of time because you have to save quit out and then grab the boos again. So it's probably the only major issue is that one. So I did accidentally hit normal mansion because I wasn't totally paying full attention to the game.
Gosh dang.
Oof, oof. Oh my dog. Spam it, chat.
Dude, well, they bark way too much. It's so annoying. Oh god.
There's chat doing it. Alright, should we talk? We gotta talk to the boy. There's the boy.
Okay, so I'm about to do a trick called Fire Warp. Oh, never mind. I lost the boo.
Oh no.
Anyways, something you could do there is you could get the boo text to save over the fire metal cutscene, and it saves like 8 seconds from not having to do the text that I'm doing right now.
My end, JP is really dumb, and this toad should be crying still, but I warped out, so he's still crying. Look, see, we have to talk to him still. These are the boys. I call them the boys. There's 5 of the boys in this game. So there are 4 the 4 that we find are very early on, but yeah.
See, I'm losing quite a bit of time to not getting that fire warp because another thing that the fire warp does is it sets the upcoming portrait ghost, Shivers the butler, in a certain cycle, and now it's just kind of random what cycle he's on for me. Luckily, I got a good cycle, but it can be really bad if you miss fire warp.
Most high-level runners will be able to fix their problems if they even mess up slightly. Most lower-level runners will kind of like not know what to do, but if you're a good runner at this game, you'll kind of figure out slowly what to do. So if you do miss that, you can probably save some time or do a few things that you know how to do. Also, for this room, this is mirror room. I'm standing in specific spots to spawn each of these huggers. And you'll probably see me try to go for this one too. It's fairly easy to do. The boo's in a bad spot, probably.
Okay, and I just performed a trick appropriately called hat skip. It skips the animation of a chest spawning, and it saves a little bit of time there.
You see from mine. And immediately save like that, which is pretty cool. Runners will go for hat skip. For me, of my caliber, I won't go for hat skip. But most top level runners will go for that because it saves a good amount of time. Wrong goal.
Come on. There we go.
I am navy. By the way, I am navy colored.
Come on. Oh no.
That's me shape.
Come on.
Issues now because my computer's bad.
Okay, so there's a cool little strat you can do in that room to get the quad like I just did.
What the hell, boy? Yeah.
Oh no. Alright, we're good.
And going through
I hit him from that far.
at the same time as picking up the boo will skip the text, but that only works in the Japanese version of the game.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
Japanese exclusive trick.
it kind of works in the English version, but it's really wonky. Very, very
It
wonky.
doesn't save time.
One of our runners, Pharaoh, thought it saved time on the English version by like a second, but it doesn't.
Oh no.
It's really funny to watch.
You drop the quad. It's actually a deceptively hard quad to do, and there's like
Yeah.
at least 4 different setups for it.
Did Miles come back yet? Oh, good Miles. I miss Miles.
Okay, so the portrait ghost I'm about to do is called Melody. She can play 2 different songs, and you just have to react to what song she plays. One requires a menu, one doesn't.
A press one wastes a frame, but supposedly the one that wasted a frame was quote unquote faster.
Right, it doesn't
Honestly,
really lose any time in the grand scheme of things, but
I mean, you don't lose time in anything in this game. Basically, it's very, very minuscule time loss besides like boo finding.
Oh. No line.
Because
text faded.
This is basically what the English version will look like if you don't get the actual text skip. So I did miss it by accident. But a finicky hitbox, as you can tell on my angle, because I can't actually hit it. There we go.
okay.
Actively like knock or hump something to find the ghost or the boo. And I'll show. Hello, Mr. Boo. It saves a little bit of time. It saves like a small amount of time with the text boxes, which is pretty good. So, oh, was that the mini? Also, the legendary Laundry Boo text skip master, Michael T.O.O. founded this text skip in this laundry room. Basically, it's not finicky, but it's most top level runners go for it. You basically pull down, or basically almost pull off the sheet from the rack that's there, and you get a text skip. It's called it's called Laundry Boo. It's called Laundry Room text skip or the Laundry Boo text skip.
Oh.
One of the community members, Michael T00, memes it. Maybe Laundry Boo text skip. Are you guys doing lugs yet?
Yes. I should probably explain lugs. So lugs is the first optional portrait ghost we encounter. Oh, please, game. But and it's actually a little bit complicated because he's on a cycle.
Days, 0 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds.
So the strat is to do kitchen while you're waiting for the lug cycle. Oh, I lost him on 1 health. Wow.
No.
That doesn't lose.
He has
too
a really
much
weird
time.
Oh wait, that's the blue one. I don't need you. Shoot.
Tony's looking for pearl. Tony's looking for gems right now. I can hear him.
Yeah. I need them right now.
Gems, bro.
Okay, normally in a speedrun you wouldn't get this boo right now, but I have to because of the way my route works.
1 year exactly.
Also, boo finding in this room is really bad.
Throwing shade, my guy. Don't say that while we're running the game.
And getting this boo now also means that we get to skip a boo later, because normally you'd need to get 40 boos to complete the game, but since we're in bingo, we don't actually have to complete the game. So the only real goal we need to hit is 20 boos to do Boolossus. So it doesn't matter what boos you get to do it, but as long as you get the 20 boos for Boolossus, we'll be fine.
Wanted to join in. That's not my problem, guy.
Oh, I tried to do the fast strat and
Oh, I'll come back.
paid the price.
I lost lugs. Boo.
You lost lugs too.
Oh, the boo. Lugs boo.
Okay, so again, I'm getting another big heart here because I need all the big hearts. And this is our second main boss, Bogmire. It's actually possible to one-cycle Bogmire, but it's fairly difficult. If you're good at it, you can do it almost every time, though.
Video game, by the way. Hi, Mini. Also, this game has auto-locking, and a lot of the pros will auto-lock on. To Luigi's vacuum, because it's a well-programmed game, so a lot of issues that happen.
Can make
As you can
getting
see.
boos very difficult.
Getting very difficult, but get them. But unless you do something like that, it's kind of stupid.
Okay. I almost got the Bogmire one cycle, but my finger kind of slipped at the end. You need a lot of really precise inputs to get it, but...
Also, the skeleton Mr. Bones are, in this area will spawn in 3 different positions. None of them really waste that much time, because basically what I got there is called a fast bone, or quick bone, because Spooky will immediately start licking the bone instantly, which allows me to suck them up faster. This is also the graveyard double. You can actually stunlock ghosts in this game, which I didn't know as a kid you can do that, but you can stunlock ghosts, and if you're doing it very optimally, you can actually hit them farther away, but I kind of wait and do it. But you can actually hit them super, super far. Mash him through the cutscene while he's gonna probably switch positions, which is really bad. Miles for being a homie. Also, holding L and R on each boss fight will supposedly get them faster on the vacuum, so you can do it on Chauncey. It really helps for Chauncey because you can immediately get him cooked onto the vacuum. It's also helpful for Bogmire. You're gonna see me try to go for the one cycle here too.
Yeah, so the effect of that is that as soon as you launch the ball, it means your vacuum will immediately come out rather than having a normal delay. And that's why that works.
You can see that 1 second Bogmire saves time, and
Yeah, it saves
Bogmire has
about-
one of the hardest pulls.
Saves
Sorry.
10 to 12 seconds from missing it, so it's always a good thing to get.
Also, Bogmire has one of the hardest pulls in the game, so getting a 1 cycle on a boss like that is pretty good. You want to have Luigi completely standing up on the vacuum, which means he has control of Bogmire. If he's being slided or hunched over, he doesn't. So when Luigi's holding back, basically pulling back on the vacuum and standing, he has full control of Bogmire, which, if you want to learn, I've been told consistently that it's, if you hold left, like straight left, for about 20 health, Luigi will grip onto Bogmire.
Yeah, so something that's really important to catching ghosts in this game that we didn't really mention is control. And the way you control a ghost is just by holding directly back until Luigi is like kind of hunched, like kind of leaning backwards, and that's how you know you have control over the ghost. And that's really important to keep on Bogmire, because as soon as you lose control, it's really, really hard to get it back, and the key is never losing control on Bogmire. Okay, I got Caleb skip. The bingo is valid.
Yo, let's go.
What
Caleb's-
Caleb skip in
The
well?
probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know we called them Caleb skip also. Caleb Celtics fan, the homie. He was a LM runner who had died of leukemia about a month ago, a little over a month ago. He was a good kid.
He's a great guy. Oh no, dude, this biff.
Hello, Mr. Boo, where are you?
Oh my god, boy.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I think Mini's ready as the rooftop one.
Yeah, rooftop one is a Caleb skip, but like it's the same. Thing.
I mean, stumble
It's the
skip and
same.
Caleb skip are the.
Stumble skip.
The
Exactly.
same thing. We should just call it Caleb skip. To be honest, just the
I
double thing's
mean,
Caleb skip.
idea. Wait, Shape, how have you gotten all area 2 boos?
Isn't it just the boost and or isn't it's not
Melody's room counts.
Yeah, you need. Yeah, you need clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance, yeah.
That doesn't
Not
count.
Melody's room.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it
count.
does.
I asked HD, and HD says it doesn't count.
Well, okay,
The
but
boos you collect in area 2, which would be all the ones that we collect. So it'd be maybe the first
Well, in that case,
4 that we
mine
get.
too.
I believe HD said it was the ones that we collect mainly in area 2. So it'd be
Yeah.
Parlor. It'd be basically the first 5, and then basically the 11 that we get mainly, and then Biffs.
well,
Yeah, that's why Clairvoyance area 3 considered. That's why. It works is it's just the boos that we can mainly get. But yeah, that's the whole bingo. For that.
I mean, Clairvoyance area 3, but the room is technically area 2.
So area 3.
Well, yeah.
Why?
I mean, you can swing the argument either way. It doesn't matter though,
I asked HD.
because we'll all get it either way.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But...
Yeah, that's the thing. We're getting it regardless.
Oh, I also got that and didn't mark it.
So you lied to me, Minnie. I'm mad. You said hold left. I held left. You know when I missed the thing, I was lied to. I also forgot about this.
So that's what happens if you miss Nana with a yarn ball.
And you get sad. That's basically what happens.
You just accept your losses.
He was a Mario boss. This is Biff. He buff. Buff
I'm
boy.
going for a gold mouse that spawns an RNG. It only spawns at about, it's about 1 in 5 chance. So I basically need to go in and out of the door until it goes well. And there it is.
Yeah.
Took about, was that 4 tries? That's pretty good.
To the treadmill, you lied to me. I can't believe the mini would lie to me about playing this game. Oh god, I'm bad.
Oh, too bad I had text skip set up.
Okay, sorry, I'm making weird noises.
Oh, so something we forgot to mention is flashlight skips.
They
So
save like 40
when you're
years.
going from a light room to a dark room, Luigi has the intention of pulling out his flashlight, and it takes, I'm not sure how long the animation takes, but it's a fairly short animation, but you can skip it if you just pull out your element right before doing it.
It takes about 15 years, actually. You save about 15 years.
Per one. So you save probably about a century over the run.
It's about half a second, I believe. To regain control. You see me do it here, where I can immediately just flashlight cancel and gain control of Luigi again. Also, shoutouts to Beater Band for not understanding why this works in this game, but shoutouts to Beater. With ice. Every time he goes through that hallway, he does not understand why it works. Hello, lady? Okay. Which is really funny. Also, Petunia has one of the strongest pulls too. So you want to tap extremely fast on the C stick, or the analog stick when you're doing that. Beater eyes. This is Nana. She has balls, and her balls are done. I've actually been sunlocked by these yarn balls before. They're very mean, and also programmed kind of well, especially for like like that.
Okay, so that was Moonshot, and the angle on getting Moonshot is actually incredibly deceptive. You need to aim like where
Very
you think the moon isn't, and you'll get
Also,
it.
I learned that they're ghosts. Those things are ghosts. That's what Minnie told me.
Yeah, they're called shining ghosts, I think. Shining spirits, maybe something like that.
Aw.
Get Miles back in the call. I think he can join again. I saved him.
Uh-oh. Oh, Nana Boo.
Yo, what is up, moist
no.
cookies?
Uh-oh. Do I need Nana Boo? I don't.
Where is this element? Oh my god.
I'm just gonna leave it.
So yeah, something that's different about Bingo from a normal run is now we have to kind of route out what boos we want to skip because we don't need to get them all.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
basically only need 20 bows.
Ooh. Oh, bad. Oops.
I know it's awful, Miles. Can we get Miles to rejoin the call again? Kind of miss him.
Is there a reason he left?
It was messing up for some reason. The weird audio he had.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's no good.
I mean, if we just mute Miles' stream. Weird Miles. Rejoin the Discord. Alright, so this boo radar in this room is really dumb. The best way I've been told is look at Luigi's feet and follow like where it is. So like you can see the boo moved. And he's in this boo. This also has one of the most positions for the boo. It's upwards of like 8 places. Double cackle so much. Okay, cool.
Wow, dude.
I must have not R pumped correctly there. And where we want to call it.
okay. So this is Bank Shot. He's probably one of the worst portrait ghosts in the game.
Yeah.
He has a weird pull, and his balls are weird. Yes, I just said that
Yeah, they're
intentionally.
weird in this game. You got Tony to laugh.
And I missed the one cycle, so now I have to wait for him to walk all the way around the table again just to hit him. And it's
Tony.
really, really annoying.
He's one of the most time-consuming bosses too.
Yeah, and if you like drop him when you're trying to suck him up, he does the same thing, and it's really bad.
See me here do this star and grab the star differently, so you can actually kind of maneuver the star around to go places.
Yeah, I missed him. Dude, this is a really bad bank shot.
That boo's gone. Where can he...
Okay, so I probably lost 30 to 40 seconds over the other runners just in this room alone. Probably
His
more, actually.
balls are weird.
Hardy, hard.
That's funny.
What the? Okay, I'm losing almost. I want to say several minutes in this room.
Oh no.
Shout out to Bank Shot for being a bad portrait ghost.
He's probably my least favorite portrait ghost in the entire game. He's really terrible.
I don't have to grab that because I got your name.
Shot.
Breath of the Wild. There's your girlfriend, Lando.
Nice.
There are some certain spots you can stand in this room for a projector room. And I'm gonna spin here, because spinning is also a really weird way to spawn all the ghosts at the same time. And I'm gonna set up a triple for this, for these
Wait, where
huggers.
is
So now normally in the next room we would mirror warp out, but since we're grabbing Bank Shot,
I didn't even know that could spawn a poison mushroom. Are you kidding me?
mushrooms. He moved.
It's like the first time I've ever gotten the mushroom in projector room.
Did it hit you?
No, it did not.
That's good. Okay, come on, spin the right way, dude.
Oh,
So each place that we go to is different. So normally we would mirror warp out of this room, so you'd flashlight cancel mirror warp, but we have to wait for Weston, or not Weston, Bank Shot. So waiting for Bank Shot's kind of annoying.
Oh.
Oh, I accidentally just spawned the Speedy Spirit in that room. So the Speedy Spirit only has money, and since money isn't one of my objectives, I don't need to get it.
1 cycle. So I just 1 cycled west bank shot, if you can see that. So now I'm gonna
Nice.
mirror warp. I'm not gonna mirror warp out of the room because I'm bad at this game. Okay. So now this is where the route's kind of cool. So we grab all these boosts here now. You'll see a couple runners do a thing called a flashlight cancel. Vacuum cancel, which kind of saves some time because it basically kind of saves the animation of Luigi doing stuff. Pulling out his vacuum. There's also different forms of text that EGI will give you. There's elemental text, plant text, and Vanguard text. Vanguard text is the longest text in both Japanese and English. I'm not sure about palette, probably is slow in French too. Twins, Orville and Henry.
And
Like what Tony said.
go up rather.
Okay, so that was another tech skip. That's actually the easiest tech skip in the game, is in Lydia's room.
Oh no.
Also, for people who play this game casually, you can find these ghosts fairly simple. Your vacuum towards this and holding it out. So whatever one the twins are in, it will shake. So you can see that I got both of them fairly easy, which is not bad RNG. I used to do the top. I do the top two, then the bottom one. So and then those three. Little weird twin. Easiest tech skip is longer. Actually, dude, the easiest tech skip is the mouse hole tech skips. Now you see that I'm gonna skip this boo because I don't need it necessarily. So it's pretty easy because this boo is also
Okay, so this is Clairvoya, which is a minute and a half of straight text mashing.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
the opinion word. Skyward Sword sucks. Oof, feels bad, man.
Two Vanguard
Also,
techs
the
in a
reason
row,
why we get
so that's pretty bad RNG.
So the reason why we get tech skips in this room is because this room, if you cannot tell, lags very badly on all versions of the game.
Yeah, so the reason it lags is because it has to load the balcony that's in the window as well. So it's basically loading 2 rooms in one.
Which is really stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
Armory also lags a lot because it's Armory, and it's a good
Yeah,
room.
Armory has a ton of assets and objects, and that's the reason it lags. Another really laggy room is Sealed Room, which I don't know if anybody else is going to Sealed Room, but I'll be showing that later.
I will be.
Who's yellow? Is that Tony?
It is
That's
Tony.
me,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why did you just hit that one?
Okay, so Clairvoya is the only portrait ghost in the game, or at least for me, that I catch with the C-stick, and that's because
Actually,
she works really weird in terms of... Yeah, she just works really weird.
she has 0 resistance on the vacuum, so she's also very low to the ground. So
Yeah.
using the C-stick is the most optimal thing to do.
Even
yeah, I didn't know
top
that either.
runners, even top runners will use the C-stick.
The most recommended ghost to use C-stick, but I used to actually move my analog stick like up and down or side to side, like kind of fast to do that. So, oh, it does lag when you spawn all the ghosts. It lags. That's why.
Yeah.
I don't know. About some money. Surprisingly, this game has a lot of laggy rooms, quote unquote, which is like really bad.
Most of the time, it's because they try to spawn either a bunch of objects and assets, or because it spawns 2 rooms in one. Like the well, even though it's a really small room, lags a lot because it has to lag the altar as well, which is King
Oh,
Boo's area.
Bans the Wind Waker haters. Wind Waker's a good game. I'm actually learning Wind Waker HD. Is this speedrun? Is it... Am I like that game? You just gotta play OT, the best one, the best Zelda game.
Oh, nice. He moved right as I checked the object. That's always cool.
Because in this room, in Clairvoyant's room or the Fortune Teller's room, the Boo is 30 health, which is really weird because it's so late on into the game, or it's pretty much mid-game. So you're expecting more Boos to have more health, but it's a pretty easy Boo to get.
It's because it's an area 2, Boo.
One. It's not area 2. You can go ask.
Let's argue about this later.
I know. I was just joking though.
Regardless, at this point, we all
Listen,
have
Lando,
a
you
all
missed
food
ice
done.
for 4 months straight, okay?
What do you mean? That was one run. No,
It's
we
okay.
joke
I missed
around.
ice for like 3. I actually missed ice almost every single run I did when I was like atrocious at this
Oh,
game.
man. I couldn't count on both hands how many times in my career I've missed ice.
In hallway that spawns, and I've lost 10 minutes to it. For HG, no, I just like the item sliding mini. That's why I think the item sliding is like really cool in that game. If I could, but item sliding seems to be really cool. Is that the Meme Master 64? The man, the myth, the legend? Oh my god! Please! Oh.
Oh no.
It's Switch Master. Yo, what's up, Switch? Daddy Switch Master.
Alright, so Bogmire.
No one is winning, no one is losing.
Bulossus is another boss, so you can one cycle.
Yeah,
Let's see if I
didn't
get it
mess up the
here.
party double. I'm the greatest.
Dude, I got the double. You're top.
Oh,
You're...
banana.
No, God. I'm...
Okay, this is barely a one cycle. Like he almost went into the cloud, but it was still a one cycle. So pretty slow, but it could be worse.
In this room, I mainly set it to sidestep because the next room is blackout. You want to set the room to be on sidestep mode.
Yeah, and that's
it's
because.
fairly-
Oh,
So whoever's in front will probably explain it when they get there.
I'm
Okay,
almost
awesome.
there.
Oh, I didn't need that boo.
Did you do it on
I'll
your-
explain it as I'm doing it.
I definitely did not need the boo. I kind of did
Because
a
my
habit.
routing was better. So the threshold for getting boost for Bulossus is 20. At this point in time, most runners will have get 36 after this one. You can see we're in sidestep mode because it helps with the next area called blackout. Basically, for the one cycle Boo losses, it's based on an angle, but also based on a little bit of RNG where the boosts move around. So you can actually perfect cycle or one cycle. You can get a quick one cycle or a perfect cycle, which basically a perfect cycle is when you hit everything within one ice shot, and a one cycle is where you kind of save. Is where you save the. Oh my god, is where you save where you miss the perfect cycle, but you save the one cycle. So. Most runners, it's a pretty. I like this boss fight. I think it's actually really fun to watch top level runners do it because they're pretty good at it. It's over here spawns in weird positions, and usually it's really fairly close to where it is. Like right here's a pretty good spot. Sometimes I've seen it spawn out of bounds. I've seen it spawn in not good areas for most runners. It's pretty sad to watch these.
Oh, this is looking a little shaky.
See the angle here.
Okay, now we're good. Cool. Get over here. Thank you. One cycle blue losses is a bit slow, but we got the one cycle.
There was one hidden behind the unicorn. No, I didn't see him.
Is it fine if I just do? Oh, sorry.
Explain something real quick. So the boos like to charge, and if you point down at the boos, they will charge at you immediately. So if you're curious about that, you spray ice. Yo, the Havo subs though? What is up, White Prism? How you doing, my dude? Of course he got it. Wow. Of course he got the perfect stuff. I hate you so much, Miles.
Oof.
Yeah, go ahead if you guys want to say something.
Oh, Yeah, I just wanted to just quickly, since you know, we're reaching like probably soon we'll be reaching the end of this run. I just want to remind regarding the Super Smash Bros. Brawl incentive, which will soon be closed. So as a reminder for anyone who did not catch up on that, for the Super Smash Bros. Brawl run that will happen just right after this one, there's a bid war in which you can choose the Smash tag for the characters. So the choices are Bingo, the overused Wah, Pug, Lunk, and DWB for Doctors Without Borders. So it will close very soon. So right now is the moment to make that choice. Thank you.
Yep.
Go for that. Wow, the pog. Those are mini.
So that sequence of rooms was the whole reason we go into sidestep. It's to prevent ghosts from spawning. Unfortunately, I messed up and one ghost spawned, but it's not a huge deal. And I got a really fast Grimly. So Grimly is one of the portrait ghosts, and his heart shows is completely based on RNG. So it can show instantly as soon as you enter the room, or it could take, I believe, 53 seconds as a world record.
It's actually
held by-
indefinite. It's
48.
48
48.
seconds by.
But it's held by our very own HT Delta.
That Lots in the chat? Yo, what's up, Lots? My boy Lots.
Yo. That was the lots.
It's one bingo card, Lots. If you're curious to know what the question is, it's one bingo card. So it's basically forever. It can almost be infinite at a certain point in time. It's pretty
Right.
bad.
It technically never show its heart ever, but it's like that's.
But it's really, really unlikely for that to happen.
But that's the thing. It's like on a timer where it's like once every like certain amount of frames it shows. I'm pretty sure it's a 1 in 5 chance that it does. It's like,
Get a lot of Instagrams very
technically,
quickly.
it could just never show. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I could never shoot. Yeah, like he just said, I could never shoot. But I've been known to get Instagrams pretty consistently. Sometimes just for dumb crap.
Oh wait. Oh, I need a gem. Oh my goodness. I was about to. Or actually, no. I can do this.
You guys ready? Where this is the last boy that we stick to talk to. The boy right here. There's the boy.
That was like a 2-second Grimly. It's not bad at all.
Say bye to the boy. Later, boy. Feels bad, man, for the boy on the phone. Telephone room. You're right, Minnie. Welcome to telephone room. That's the only time you'll probably ever see telephone room. Telephone room hype. I'm bad. Oh god. Don't get hit. Okay, good.
Oh no, that's bad.
Okay, so all that's coming up for me is I need to do the last portrait ghost that I'm going to do in this route, which is Clockwork Soldiers, and there are actually 3 of them. So it's basically like 3 portrait ghosts in one. Kind of like the twins, but just with an extra one, I guess. Then after that, I just need to get a sealed room speedy, and then that'll be time. And time will end like as soon as the speedy goes into my vacuum.
I just bingo for him again. This isn't on PAL. This is very
I went
true.
for what I'm realizing a bit of a slower route, but it gets to I guess display a little more gameplay. So that's good.
If I was,
So I'm going
if I was
for
faster,
already.
my route would have been the most optimal route, but not as fast, so it's okay. This room is also very scary.
We go for breaker boot for the people.
Yes, do it for the people.
But anyways, yeah, there's a boo in the breaker room there that I just left, and it has 200 health and is possible to one cycle, even though, like I said earlier, a boo can only cackle 15 times, and if you're doing it for 10 health like you should, technically you can only deal 150 damage, but
Okay,
with
so
proper technique-
whoever's doing time is coming up very soon for me.
Oh wait, I don't even.
And time.
Woo!
Okay,
Congrats, Lando.
thank you. I'm just gonna do this room for the fun of it, but yeah, this room is actually fairly laggy. Oof.
Dude, where did that guy go? Oh shit. And time for me also.
Nice.
Actually, Lando didn't win because he didn't hit his thing. There it is. I won. Yay. Or column 1, row 2, which I believe is probably the fastest one. Or would have been.
Wait, so wait, was my time the 53:16 or the 52:45?
Borked. Lots is freaking out about it.
Oh,
All
what am I
right,
doing?
so I guess miles should be done pretty soon too. Then the question is, Delta, how's it looking for you?
I should be done. Oh, oops. I should be done in 10 minutes. Maybe a little less than that. Probably like 8.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
read
that
it.
is still in limit,
Oh,
so that's
I
not
think
good.
because you didn't mark, because it looks like you're pretty far behind when looking at the card.
Hmm. Yeah, because I should be able to mark all of those like pretty much at the same time, which is, like I said, it's about
What color are you, Tony?
8 minutes from now, maybe a little less.
Yellow, right?
Yeah, those are the worst soldiers of my life.
He should be. He has. No, you're. He has suit. Row. Are you
the
in
only one going
column
right now?
Yeah. Are you row 1, column 1? Or sorry, are you column 1, column 5?
Row 1, row 4. Oh no.
You're row 1, row 4? Jesus. For the meme route?
I wanted to make sure that someone went for all gems for something or some sort
Yeah.
of gem.
That's long.
I didn't
though,
think
dude.
it would take this long, honestly. I didn't have expectations of coming on top, but I was like, you know what, this shouldn't take as long. It had a chance to win, but you know, it was pretty slow.
Actually, you could do, you're yellow, right?
Yeah.
You could do TLBR column 1, technically. You could be done faster.
Mhm.
Couldn't finish, but because he lost the speed spirit.
Alright, Miles can't finish. That is very unfortunate. And Delta, you're saying you only need like 10 minutes or more?
A little less than that even.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Then we're good then. It's all good.
Cool.
Oh wait. You could do row 3 also.
I didn't catch all the portrait ghosts though.
Oh,
all the
hello, I'm
options.
back.
Oh, hi, Mouse.
This is the
What?
flashy armory triplet.
Somebody clip that. How the hell did that spawn? I go, what the hell was that?
Wait,
Yeah.
On a poison mushroom? That's
okay,
nuts.
plug in my mic.
I'm gonna grab this key.
Okay, well, that was very unfortunate, but
Oops. And I'm gonna move up to the top room, grab a gem.
Do you know
That
that
was a good
staircase
attempt, though.
Go to the sealed room.
walking down to Breaker Boo? You can spawn a poison mushroom in that lamp.
So that's that. That's all the red
Not
rooms.
know that.
Oh,
Miles, did you know
I did
that?
mark defeat
What?
Ballistos actually.
What did I-
Jackson did that.
So you know the staircase that leads down to Cellar and Breaker?
yeah.
You can spawn a poison mushroom in that lamp that's like hanging from that staircase.
Okay, well, I have to show you the clip of me getting nailed by one because I knew that can happen. Lando was there for that.
I've never seen it spawn. No, I mean, I've never seen that happen before in this thing here. I thought that could spawn nothing, but I guess it's a piece of geometry. Like
I mean, it has 5 bills in it.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Gotta do max percent, boy.
Actually, how max percent works? That's funny.
I mean, all right. They say that I finished at 56 minutes, but technically I'm at a forfeit. So
Can you finish any other?
Yeah,
ones or no?
unfortunately, our system does not support a forfeit.
that's fair. That's fair. I mean, on the one hand, if I didn't despawn the Speedy Spirit, I would have been done.
Oh, are you kidding? Oh no.
When was your last save?
I didn't save at all.
Oof. I was like, if you
So I'm at the
saved,
beginning
So
of the
did you
game.
miss Fire Warp too?
There would have been no way for me to finish because I can't save in the middle of blackout.
to the like, could have saved before blue losses.
I've never despawned that Speedy Spirit before in the middle of blackout. That was a new one to me.
Melody or
Hidden Room.
Hidden Room. Okay, that one's the hard. I always had issues with that one, dude.
It is what it is.
You know Chauncey's, right? You're supposed to get Chauncey's.
I could have beaten Lando had I not make the dumb mistakes I did.
I was close. It was really close, bingo.
Like I
Even
caught
with-
up on bank shot because I one cycled bank shot.
I did too. That's why I caught up to him. He's like, me and my
But-
bank shot's bad. And I was like, you're spending like
I tried
40
to be-
years in bank shot.
I tried to be fancy with my boo routing by all right, I'm gonna ignore this boo, this boo, this boo, that boo, and I
Oh.
forgot to get the Mario's item in the projection room.
Oh,
Oh, see, I do that. I do that anyway because you have to defeat blue losses to get blackout. So that's why.
I was sitting there, it's like, how did I forget to do that? How dumb are you?
Tony, I believe in you. Oh, Tony.
So yeah,
That
for the
cost me like a
remainder of
minute.
my route, what I'm going to be doing now is basically just rushing through this room. I'm going to go quickly defeat Sir Weston, and then I'm going to make my way upstairs to get the last optional portrait ghost, which is Supi.
You do not need to do all this to get Supi.
Well, I needed to do Sir Weston.
Oh, you need to do Sir Weston?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's doing row 4, I think.
Oh my.
because I picked the best route.
That works actually
This is a
pretty
solid
good.
route, I'm not gonna lie.
Jarvis.
I think I said right in the beginning before I had to get kicked off that you want to avoid picking stuff that is late into area 4.
Yeah.
Okay, why does my
I
alert
think
sound
Miles
off?
and I chose the same route, and it's probably the most optimal one, but I like the route that Lando had too.
Yeah, Lando had a decent route as well.
Tony's wasn't bad either. It was a good route if like overall. Gems lol from the mini. You can do it, Tony. Everyone go cheer Tony on.
Ooh, the
HT
Western
Delta.
1 cycle.
Hey, I'm the bingo master. Okay.
He is actually the
I'm
bingo
the one
master.
who
he
goes
likes to go-
for the 500 bills. Okay.
500 bills is easy.
Easy peasy.
The
Exactly.
problem,
No,
Exactly.
it seriously is. I've gotten it in Biff's room.
Yeah. But yeah. So occasionally on the bingo cards, there's an option for 500 coins and 500 bills. 500 coins is a bit ridiculous. 500 bills is a bit
Stop.
easier. But it's still a very ridiculous thing to go for in a bingo.
I
But,
disagree
I like
so
going
hard.
for it.
It's not hard.
it's
Nor
not
does
hard
it
if you
take
run
long.
Hundo or Pal Hundo or any Hundo category, but going to follow all these runners. They're incredible runners at this game. Lando is probably the top runner out of the 4 of us, and then it's followed by HT Delta and then Electric Miles.
Oh no.
I am the slowest runner, but I know routing pretty well in bingo, so
All right. Let's see if I can actually one cycle.
And I think I would have finished
like
the
button. Make
I
sure
don't
to
know,
follow and
dumb mistakes that I
subscribe.
did.
Goes to one cycle.
But please follow all these runners. They're very good at this game.
Shape, you're being very modest.
No, that's Modest Tomato, Kappa. Who's not
Nice.
modest? go into? What's a dark room? Dark room.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
why
it's
is
not
it-
one day, it's
Just
1
one
hour.
day. Congratulations on having the SMB a day. It's a day-long bingo.
Got it. Nice. And time.
Yeah.
See if I can.
Good job,
roll
Tony.
Nice. GG.